We have to talk all about Jeff Jarrett's whining through the month first. So Jeff Jarrett comes out during an AMW versus Simon Diamond and Triton match.
How dare he, first of all, break up such a mystical match that everyone has been dying to see.
So yeah, the week before, Jarrett's shouting at Larry Zbyszko he's demanding his rematch. Larry explains that the King of the Mountain was his rematch, and it's not Larry's fault that Jeff Jarrett blew it and got himself taken out of the match. And then Larry is like, Abyss deserves a title shot. New talent coming in deserves a title shot. And Jarrett's like, wait a minute, new talent? New talent? What the fuck is this new talent you're talking about here, pal?
Samoa Joe.
Oh, yeah, which he probably does deserve a title shot. We'll get to Joe in a second. About the extent to which people believe he deserves a title shot because wrestling is dumb and stupid. So Jeff Jarrett comes out during this July 1st AMW versus Simon Diamond and Triton match, which might be the last of Triton.
Can he get another tag?
I'm not sure. He might show up again, but he is replaced on the pay-per-view by David Young.
I thought he had two. Yeah, he has a second tag against Siaki and Apollo.
Oh, yeah, they even win that one. So Simon Diamond. Oh, this is the return of Simon Diamond as well, by the way. Simon's back.
And he has a problem.
His problem is that Triton's his tag team partner.
There's such a silly little pairing, too.
I wrote that the joke into the show notes, and thank you for teeing me up for it.
I gotcha.
Jeff Jarrett comes out. He's really mad. Larry won't give his rematch. He insists he's being robbed. He's shouting at Mike Tenay. He promises to run Larry out of here. He's doing this on commentary, by the way, during the match. He promises to run Larry out of the company just like he did Dusty, and he wants to know about the new talent, and then says somebody's going to pay next week.
Nice.
And then, because he takes Don West's headset to do all this, he's shouting at Mike Tenay like he always is. And then Don gets his headset back and he tells the biggest lie in TNA history, where he's like, Jeff Jarrett just interrupted a heck of a match. I've been watching this match and these guys are tearing it up.
It's a heck of a match.
Storm pinned Diamond with a super kick.
Completely unrelated to anything.
This match existed, sure. So July 8th, Mikey Batts and Zach Gowan are having a wrestling match.
Yeah, Mickey Batts.
He's not Mickey Batts until the pay-per-view.
Nah, he's Mickey Batts to me. Mickey Batts out here, new look, doesn't look exactly like Austin Aries anymore. We have to respect a king for changing it up. His hair's longer now. He's wetting it up real good. Long tights.
He has some shiny independent wrestling gear from the year 2005.
Yeah, so good work, Mickey.
So Mike Tenay on commentary immediately starts talking about how Jeff Jarrett said somebody will pay this week, which might be the hint that something's about to happen.
Why can't Mickey Batts and Zach Gowan just get to have a match?
Yeah, they just go out there and have their nice little 2-minute wrestling match before, oh no, Jeff Jarrett's here. So Jarrett comes out and he commandeers the ring bell and he starts ringing it. And then he jumps on the microphone, he tells the wrestlers to leave the ring, and Mikey Batts just does.
Yeah, he's like, this. I don't want to get in the way of this guy. This guy's crazy.
It's like, the babyface, Mikey Batts, is like, fuck it, I'm out of here.
Well, I think this might be the start of some sort of heelish thing, because on the pay-per-view he was working heelish.
He's like, fine, I don't want to get on the bad side of Double J. Can I join Planet Jarrett, please?
Mikey Batts should be in Planet Jarrett.
Gowan, however, refuses to leave the ring, and Jeff Jarrett corners him. He does a little one-legged hop to mock Zach Gowan, kicks him in the gut, and hits him with the guitar.
Double MMA. He does like a little sidekick too. He does like a wha.
And then just wallops him with the guitar as Zach Gowan eats shit for not leaving the ring.
Maybe the best thing to happen on TV the entire month.
It might be the little one-legged jump, which is very funny and very stupid. I wonder if he did that on TV in 2023, would people be mad at him?
I think they would be mad if anyone other than Jeff Jarrett did it.
Oh, you think Jarrett would get the pass? People are like, it's Double J again.
Yeah, because he's insane.
That's true. And yeah, he starts doing his promo. I think anytime Jarrett talks on these shows is when I really zone out. But he's like, any new talent will have hell to pay, and he's coming for Raven to take his title and Abyss to take his title shot. Why would he want both? I'm not sure, but
He wants to wrestle himself.
He would fucking love to wrestle himself at a pay-per-view main event.
He'd be rock hard the whole time.
Oh, and then was there any Jarrett?
But he would go over.
Time limit draw, 60 minutes.
Yes.
So the pay-per-view, as you mentioned, there was a pre-show segment where Jarrett and Tenay were in the ring. Jarrett, as usual, just shouting at Mike Tenay about something or other. He's like, who's the new person showing up? Is it Rhino? Is he here? And Mike Tenay's like, you're damn right he is, and he'll be on the pay-per-view tonight.
Alright, thanks guys.
So then you can buy the pay-per-view to see Rhino.
Digimon, digital monsters,
No, it's not even close. Stop it. Stop pushing your agenda.
I'm gonna keep saying it until people just believe it.
So there is a showrunning angle then where Jarrett interrupts a bunch of backstage pre-tapes because he's trying to rally support. Because part of the promo he cut with Mike Tenay in the pre-show was that a bunch of people in WWE have just gotten fired and they're all going to come and take your jobs.
Yeah.
So he's going around to all the heels. He's going to Team Canada. He's going to Monty and the newly named Kip James. We'll get to that in a second. And he's trying to rally support. He's trying to be like, you guys are on my side, right? You're all my pals. You're all my buddies. When they come to replace you, we'll be ready. We'll be ready to take them out. And this will be our company, not their company. And everyone is pretty reluctant. Like Bobby Roode's like, we can't trust that guy. Monty Brown is my favorite. It's like, our entire agreement was contingent on you giving me a title shot. And I don't see a title there, pal.
Yeah, I love this because this is kind of actually like a semi babyface thing to do. To be like, the invader's gonna come in and we're gonna fight. We're gonna be on TNA, and it was Jeff Jarrett. So everyone's like, I don't know about that one, Chief.
You're just full of shit.
Yeah, and it's like, sure, this will be how it starts, but in the end, it's just going to be us protecting your spot, isn't it? I also like that this could all be footage from Jeff Jarrett actually going around behind the scenes.
I wonder, is that a little bit of art imitating?
Oh, they're ribbing on the square for sure.
Or they're like, oh, we'll have him run around trying to rally support behind him against the evil people holding him down.
Yeah.
He also goes to Larry demanding to know where Rhino is, and Larry's like, Rhino's here, but I don't run a daycare. I don't know where he is.
He's hanging out.
And Jarrett says he'll be Rhino's welcoming committee. So the big thing is like, oh, Jarrett's scared of Rhino. He doesn't want Rhino to be here. He's blah, blah, blah. So Jarrett comes out after the main event. Raven just beat Abyss to retain the NWA title.
Also, Raven is fucked.
He just did a dog collar match where he fell through some tables.
He does, and his selling is so excellent. He has his fists up, but they're up just below his chest, and his elbows are pulled into his side. He has nothing in them. He has no strength in himself anymore.
So yeah, Jarrett's doing his promo, and then he's like, I have one bit of advice for you. Turn around. He turns. The War Machine Rhino's behind him. He gores Raven out of his boots as Raven and Jarrett are an alliance as we go off the air.
It's a pretty good ending.
Yeah, you got Rhino here. The thing I most thought about watching the TVs is dear God, we need stars on this show.
Yeah, 100%.
God, we need stars. At least when you had the Nash and DDP era, you'd be like, oh, Nash and DDP are on the screen. I will at least sit up in my chair a little bit because they are stars.
Yeah, the phone will go face down on my lap for a second.
Whereas now you get an Apollo and Siaki versus Simon Diamond David Young match on pay-per-view, never mind TV, and you're like, oh no, we need to bolster this roster a little bit.
Yeah, we've gone too far.
Because there are times where we were analyzing Dusty's cards where he'd throw those kind of matches on the show and you're like, why aren't you using X, Y, or Z? And I don't think you could really say that anymore. AMW get a match on the pay-per-view, Joe gets a match on the pay-per-view, Daniels gets a match on the pay-per-view, Raven gets a match on the pay-per-view, Styles gets a match on the pay-per-view. All the people you would book in singles matches or important matches on the pay-per-view get matches on the pay-per-view. And then you're like, how do we fill out the rest of the card?
Yeah. Well, the easiest sort of representation of that is you look at our broad topics. There's no miscellaneous tag. It's just heavyweight tag X Division.
They're really they don't have depth in this roster right now, and I think they're doing a pretty good job at what they have when you look at it. But it doesn't make for the most exciting TV at time.